Hey everyone, I am back with another gameplay video. This time I'm playing Pioneer and I'm maybe playing Greasefang. So I've only been playing Pioneer for maybe about a month. I haven't played a ton of matches, but there's a lot of RCQs and other events I have coming up that are Pioneer formats. So Greasefang's I looked a bit at Pioneer decks. There weren't really any that maybe had a similar play style to what I play in Modern, which is Domain Zoo. So I just kind of went with a deck that I felt like was powerful and did some unfair stuff, which is kind of a nice change up from what I usually play in Modern. So starting off with the deck tech. So this is the Traverse Delirium version of Greasefang. There's also a build out there that's using Eldritch Evolution, trying to sack some creatures. That's a different build than what I'm doing. Then what I'm trying to do is we've got the Greasefang combo. So Greasefang will allow us to reanimate basically a vehicle card in a graveyard. So we're trying to put big vehicles in graveyards, reanimate them to win the game. So we've got our Greasefangs, and we've got a lot of stuff to help us get stuff in the graveyard. So we've got our Vessels of Nascency. We got Thoughtseize. You can Thoughtseize yourself. I don't like to do it a ton though, because it just gives away so much information. So it's like only kind of useful if like you know that your opponent just has no way to beat the combo. But it depends on the matchup. We've got Rafine's Informant, which is very good to discard a card, draw a card. We've also got Scrapwork Mutt, which is like a slightly worse version of Rafine's, but can also perform a similar role. We got Grizzly Salvage, which is probably our best spell to dig through our deck and fill our graveyard. Also have Witherbloom Command. This is a great kind of utility spell where you can pick two, so you can use as early removal. You can mill cards, hit land drops. Also, you can destroy artifact, enchantment, hate, things like that. So pretty useful to have. And then I've got I've got Traverse. So I've actually I like Traverse a lot. So sometimes, of course, you'll have Delirium. You can Traverse for Greasefang, and that can help to complete things, get to help to combo. So like on a turn 4, you can, Traverse for Greasefang and play Greasefang the same turn, things like that, if you have Delirium. But if you don't have Delirium, a lot of times I can use this to kind of smooth my mana out. So in plenty of games, I've used it on turn 1, like maybe my hand is a 1-lander, so I have like green and white source, but I need to get a black source. And then so on turn 1, I can play Traverse, get my basic swamp, and then kind of help to curb out my mana that way. Vessel of Nascency, this is just another way to kind of dig for stuff in the first few turns, fill your graveyard up. We have one Can't Stay Away that can just be used to reanimate a Greasefang. Again, another kind of 2-mana way to get an extra Greasefang. I do have 2 Liliana of the Veil, so there's different versions. Again, this was built on the Pro Tour shell that a team ran. Greasefang at Pro Tour 1, Phyrexian will be 1. So I made a few changes to that. And one of the changes is I add the 2 Liliana of the Veil main deck. Liliana's very good against any mid-range matchup. So like if your meta is a lot of like control or mid-range, then I like Liliana a lot in the main deck. It just adds like a lot of grind power potential in those matchups. So it's very good against Rakdos. It's very good against like control, like any kind of mid-range matchups. And then the payoffs, we have the 4 Chariots, the 2 Sky Sovereigns, and then the 4 Parhelions. Looking at the sideboard, so I've got the kind of stock sideboard cards would be like Duress. That's going to help to disrupt opponents like combo decks. I've got Fatal Push. This is very good removal against like creature-based decks. We got 1 Ray of Enfeeblement, so I like the 2-1 split. I've also tried 3 Fatal Pushes. It's pretty similar, but this can be good if you play against there's white decks could be good for the mirror, things like that. I got 1 more Liliana of the Veil. Again, that's going to come in those sort of like mid-rangey matchups where she's very good. I do have 3 Leyline of the Void. So one deck that has been on the come up a lot recently is sort of attracts the reanimator stuff, and Leyline of the Void is just very good against that because a lot of the way they get big creatures in play is Delve, and then they're going to try and Neoform them, but they can't really do that with Leyline of the Void. So it hoses them, but it also hoses kind of any graveyard-based strategy. So it's obviously very good in the mirror and things like that. And I like it because normally a downside of playing Leyline of the Void like Leyline cards is that it's kind of a dead draw later in the game, right? If you don't have it in your opener, then you just have this in your deck somewhere and it's dead. But like this is a deck that has so many discard outlets that it's like not that big issue. Like if it's in your hand, you can just discard it away with one of these. Discard if you loot away, you can do so many things. Discard to Liliana, like you can do all kinds of things. So I've just found it to be pretty good, because it kind of mitigates one of the big downsides. I do have 2 Assassin's Trophy. Again, this is good against a lot of different matchups, but it basically can kill anything in Pioneer for 2 mana. It does ramp your opponent, so that can be a concern. But you know, you're going to play this in a matchup where opponent plays like kind of a big threat. Again, it could be good for the Neoform stuff. It can be good for like any sort of deck that's trying to win by just playing a big threat. And then I've also got the Artifact Enchantment Hate. So I do have one Boseiju main board. I think Boseiju is very powerful in this deck for a few reasons. One, you have to reverse the Ulvenwald, which means if you have Delirium, you can go find a Boseiju and then blow up an artifact or enchantment that you need to kill. Number two is if you look at a lot of these cards, allow you to put a land to hand that you flip off your deck, basically. So Vessel, Grizzly Salvage names a land, Witherbloom Command names a land. So all these sort of things just make it a higher possibility that like you can cast one of these cards and you can put your Boseiju to hand, and then now it can be used for destroying an artifact or enchantment. So I like it a lot. So I've got the second Boseiju in the sideboard. Again, that's going to come in for whenever I think opponent's going to bring like Artifact Enchantment Hate, or like, you know, whenever I just need that for the matchup. And I also have one of Haywire Might. I see some people play with Night of Autumn. I've been playing with Haywire Might. I like Haywire Might a lot, mostly because it's 1 mana cheaper than Night of Autumn. So Haywire Might is 1 mana. So it's very likely you'll be able to like traverse for Haywire Might. Again, if you have Delirium, you can traverse for him, and then you know, you can pay basically 2 mana to exile a non-creature artifact or a non-creature enchantment. So, and the exile effect can be big too, depending on the matchup. Like, you know, if we're talking about the Greasefang Mirror, or like a thing where, you know, you don't want it to go to the graveyard, then exile is actually very relevant. And then you get to gain 2 life too. So again, it's kind of like a mini Night of Autumn effect, but I found it to be relevant in a lot of matchups. And then if it shows up in your opener, a lot of times you can just play him on turn 1, and then you just can hang out with him. So I've liked Haywire Might a lot. And then we've got, again, I said the second Boseiju right here. So this is one more thing in the sideboard that's like maybe a little uncommon, but I've seen it. We talked about it a bit on the Discord, is I am playing Silence. This is going to be used primarily for decks that are trying to like hold up removal to disrupt your combo, to hold up permission to disrupt your combo, and then also to disrupt opponents' combo decks. So this is something I've been experimenting with. I'm still not exactly sure all the matchups I like to bring it in. Taking a glance at my sideboard guide I've been working with, looks like I bring it in against Rakdos, against Blue-White Control, against Phoenix, against Creativity, and against Blue-Black Control. Might be useful in Spirits. I'm not sure. I haven't tried it yet. I just played I've played against Spirits a few times. I think it's a pretty unfavorable matchup, and I've tried bringing Assassin's Trophy. That can be good as more removal, but it does ramp them, so there are downsides to it, and they have just like a lot of efficient creatures. So there's an argument that maybe I don't bring in Assassin's Trophy, just bring in 3 pieces of removal, and then you can bring in Silence to potentially protect me. So if I'm trying to combo off on turn 4, I can protect myself from Spell Queller, from all sorts of things, or they're like counter spells and stuff like that. So maybe there's an argument there to have Silence to be able to actually combo off against certain decks. But that's the 75 I'm working with right now. I've liked the deck a lot. I've been playtesting it. Again, I'm not as strong. I don't feel as comfortable playing Pioneer as I do Modern. I'm mostly a Modern player, but I'm trying to get better at Pioneer because I have a lot of events coming up. So that's the list, and then we'll get into round 1. Here we are for round 1. So looking at this hand, I am tempted to keep this, but I think I'm supposed to mulligan. Like, we have Thoughtseize. We've got we got 2 payoffs in hand, but we don't have any really turn 2 plays. We don't have any ways to get these in the graveyard other than Thoughtseize ourselves, which isn't great. So I think we're going to send this back. Okay, I think we're supposed to keep this. We can put, let's see, put one of these back. Yeah, so here we're kind of high rolling. We're going to just try to Grizzly Salvage turn 2, and then hopefully hit something and get it in play turn 3 with Greasefang. So this hand isn't amazing either, but I think we're supposed to keep it. Again, we have an unknown opponent, so we'll just see what they're on. But we have a turn 2 play, we have a turn 3 play. Okay, looks like it could be a control build, Blue-White Control potentially. Oh, no, it's Spirits. Okay, this is a very bad matchup for us. So we'll see how we fare. But the problem is they'll just be able to counter our Grizzly Salvage, which is going to be pretty bad. So, yeah, this is like our worst matchup, which is not what I want to see round 1. Well, let's think of how I'm going to win this. So, let's see what they do here. If we worry about Rattle Chains, if they have a Lord, yeah, okay. So This is going to get much harder now because, right, he can just counter any of my spells, instant or sorcery spells. But he has to sack it to do it. And the Wanderer is already a 3/3. So we're hoping for like a creature maybe. Okay, I think we're just going to go for the salvage main phase. If he wants to sack his Wanderer, he can. I don't want to give him a chance to get more stuff down, though. So we're going to go for this. This will at least slow him down if he decides to counter this. He does not. We get a Parhelion in the graveyard. We also get a Temple Garden, Mana Confluence. I guess we'll just take Mana Confluence. We get actually a lot of stuff. We also get a Chariot in the graveyard. So we could have Rattle Chains. Guess that's why you let that go, or he's just going to try to race us. I haven't played this matchup a ton, so I'm trying to remember the actual text on Rattle Chains so I can play around it effectively. But we do have 2 Greasefangs, so we're probably just going to jam one. And we're also kind of in a race here. Spell Queller, yep. So we have second Greasefang in hand, so we'll Greasefang next turn if we're still alive. I wish I had a way to get this. Oh, actually, we could also. No, I wish I had a way to get the Sky Sovereign into the graveyard, but I do not. If he has a second Spell Queller, then that beats. Like, I think we're just gonna be dead on the crackback anyway. Yeah, we are. I mean, we can't take 8. Okay, I think we just have to jam again. I think there's a way around this. We need to be able to get Sky Sovereign in the graveyard and play something. All right, good game. Again, this is why this matchup is probably the worst for Greasefang. I mean, he just has cards that like dunk on my deck. I don't really have answers for this matchup. I think I just bring in removal. Let me check how I have it in my sideboard guide. Okay, I have it just bring in removal. So I do have it bring in Assassin's Trophy just because I need to deal with his threats, but maybe it's not that good. Raise, okay, I can kill some things on turn 1. What am I taking out? So we'll take out a Vessel. Take out 2 Chariots, just because they can be hard to get past his spirits. This has 1 Can't Stay Away and 1 Liliana coming out. I could take out both Lilianas and keep in a Chariot. I don't know what the move is here. Maybe keeping 1 Lily isn't even that good, but it can be used as removal. But again, they go so fast that maybe I'm supposed to take out all the Lilies. We'll see. Hopefully I can get a win here. I wonder if Silence would be good in this matchup. It's just hard because they have like it can stop them from, well, they can play Spell Queller in response, but also if they have the, I don't know, maybe Silence is better than Assassin's Trophy to try to protect myself to be able to combo off, stop them from using counters. Could be. Okay, I think we keep this. This is good. We've got some early removal. We'll shock in Godless Shrine. I could play Forest and Traverse on turn 1, but I think I want to hold up Ray or Fatal Push for probably Ray for his first spell. He might play around it. Yeah. Seiju. Not that helpful in this matchup. Maybe I could have boarded it out, but I'm using it as a land, so it's a third land. That's something. So we're going to Rafine and discard Parhelion. Discard Parhelion. All right, we might be going with the Rafine beatdown plan here. Do we have 2 card types in the graveyard? We can potentially try to set up for like a turn 4 Traverse. I think I'm just going to attack first. Fatal Push in case he tries to splash something in. I think this Besage is going to get any better, but I guess I can... I wonder if they're playing a counter. I guess I'll just play the Besage first. Do I want Trophy? Do I want Fatal Push? I think we probably want Fatal Push. I don't think I need Trophy here, but the removal could be good. I guess Fatal Push can't hit. Maybe we get rid of the Traverse, but the Traverse can get us to Greasefang. This is a hard decision. I only have 1 black source. Because I guess this does kill a lot of like his 3 mana stuff. Let's get rid of Traverse, I think, and then we might try to go beat down plan here. Maybe that's not correct though. Okay. Again, we've got some good removals here, so we can potentially just keep beating him down with for 6 each turn. I would like another black source. I wonder if I needed to. I guess did I have Besage in hand? Maybe I could have played Flittermore as a swamp. Yeah. Okay. So that's gonna be annoying, but again, we have Fatal Push, so. I wish, yeah, maybe I was supposed to play that Slither as a swamp because I had Besage in hand. I got focused on playing Forest, but I didn't need to there, so that might lose me the game. I could have Fatal Push this. Okay, we get a swamp. We'll play the swamp. Let's attack first. Let's play the swamp because I want to be able to go white, green. Good, another Rafines. Okay. I think we'll just Fatal Push this now then. Don't think I need to use Trophy yet. If he flashes something, I can Assassin's Trophy it. Don't think we need scrap work yet. We'll play scrap work, see if he has another counter in hand. That's fine if he does. I don't think I'm going to discard because I want to keep Assassin's Trophy as removal. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to... I could Assassin's Trophy him now so it doesn't get countered. He will be able to ramp his mana, but I think I'm fine with that. I don't want to be able to counter this. So now he has to play 3 creatures here. I think it was right to do that. I couldn't risk him countering that, but maybe I was supposed to just hold on. I mean, he could play 3 creatures. There's 1. I guess he will. There's 2. He's gonna have to trade his whole board basically to do this, though. Let's say it's a second lord. I guess I'll go to 1 here. Wonder if I wasn't supposed to. Yeah. Okay, so he's got a 4/4. Sure, why not? Oh, actually, that was poor tapping. I could draw a removal spell here. I don't think I attack with Scrapwork Mutt. I could attack with everything, but he'll just block here, right? Oh, he can only block creatures with flying. Oh, I was supposed to attack with everything. No, but he would just block here. But I could have done 2 damage. Okay. So he needs to top deck 2 more creatures. Looks like he does. Another lord. 1 card left. Another creature. Okay, so we got there. So obviously the beatdown plan worked without trying to combo. So maybe the chariot is good. I don't know. I think we'll just stick with that plan. Use some removal. The removal was definitely good. It seems like he was like equipped to counter the combo, and I just went wider with like a bunch of Raffine's Informants. Maybe it's correct to take out Beseiju. Maybe it's correct to take out Traverse Package and bring in Silence. I don't know. Again, it seems like the mid-range plan worked there. Maybe Lily is still good just because it forces him to sack creatures and trading her for I don't know. I had saw my sideboard cards there, so that's definitely what helped. So definitely had a few small kind of misplays there where I tapped the wrong thing. I think it was still correct to Assassin's Trophy when I did, just because again the risk of that getting countered was too high, or him, the risk of him playing a Spell Queller or something to counter that. I just didn't want to have that happen. Okay, we have the 1-lander with Traverse. We do have Witherbloom, and we have a lot of our combo. The problem is going to be if I Thoughtseize myself, he'll be able to just disrupt the combo very easily. So we turn 2 Witherblooms, not bad though. Could Thoughtseize him. I don't know. I'm tempted to keep this, right? Because I can get a basic swamp and go from there. I think I'm going to keep this. Turn 2 Witherbloom is not bad. And we've got combo pieces. We just have to make it happen. Doesn't have a 1-drop. It's good. Again, if he wants to counter this Traverse, then he counters the Traverse. He might. If he has like Spell Pierce or something. Does not. Okay. Next turn, we can do a lot of different things. It's good. Good way to do Grizzly Salvage. Could try Thoughtseize him, see what he's working with. He might counter it, though. I don't think Thoughtseizing myself makes sense here without knowing what's going on with him. Could Grizzly Salvage end of turn? I think I might just Thoughtseize him. We're playing the long game here. So he has 2 Rattle Chains. And a Spell Queller. So this is going to be annoying, right? Because he's going to play Rattle Chains. So up to a bunch of 2-mana counters. I think we're just going to take Spell Queller. So he's got a million counters. So we're going to have to fight through those eventually. Yep. So we're probably going to just start firing off these Witherblooms and stuff. Obviously, I have to be careful. Because he's got another Rattle Chains in hand. So maybe it made more sense to... So what did he have revealed here? This is what's going to be annoying. Counter target spell unless his controller pays 3. He's got 3 mana to do it. I think we just have to start firing stuff off. Try Grizzly Salvage at instant speed. Because, like, no, I'm not going to target that. I'm going to just hold on to Grizzly Salvage or Assassin's Trophy. Again, he'll counter this. That's fine. I was supposed to get a land there. Hard to say. Again, he's going to counter this. It's okay. Okay, he's not going to. Do I want Parhelion or Sky Sovereign in the graveyard? Again, he'll play his Rattle Chains. I'm just trying to get the stuff out of his hand. Maybe Sky Sovereign would be better. Maybe I wasn't supposed to shock there. Again, he's got so many counters, so I don't know what else I can do besides just try to fight through him. He should play another Rattle Chains, yep. But the problem is he still has 2 of these snares in hand. Plus, like, unknown cards. Does he not play regular lands? Basics. I guess he's got probably one basic island. Again, I think I just had to get this stuff out of his hand. Now I can set up for an Assassin's Trophy if you play something bigger. I mean, we're probably not gonna win this game. Realistically, I need got a million. But yeah, I don't know exactly how I get out of this. I just try to like throw stuff at him, slow him down. You draw third rattle chains. Okay. That means I'm not taking the damage from it. Again, I don't know how we win this game. He's just going to counter everything I have. So I think we just jam and pray. Like, do I sacrifice this to try to get maybe a removal spell, artifact, creature, enchantment, land, or planeswalker? So that's not great. I can get a cheaper spell. I have nothing I can block these, and I can't fight through two Geist-like snares. Right? I might just have to do this, I think. And then hope to pull something off Grizzly Salvage next turn. Yeah, I was supposed to jam this earlier. So he drew a Spell Queller, okay. It's actually kind of interesting because I could just Fatal Push this right now and he'd be screwed. So pretty risky play, but I guess he assumes I didn't have anything. But now we're not winning this. I mean, he's got lethal on board, and I know he doesn't have lethal. He's a lord away from lethal. But I wonder if the beatdown. I don't know. I couldn't really do the beatdown plan this game because I didn't have enough 2-drops that I got in hand. So I'm not sure what I was supposed to do exactly. He could just hold up counters the whole game. Right. I mean, I'm sure there was better lines. I just don't know what they would have been. Like we have nothing that can block a flyer, so let's see. I got rid of the traverse at the beginning. No, I played that to get a land. Was I maybe not supposed to keep this hand? I had some early interaction. He just had like, I don't know. I just feel like he had them. So I guess maybe I'm supposed to bring in the silences instead of the removal. Maybe it's a play draw kind of thing. I mean, if that removal had been a silence, I had a chance of at least getting in. But he still had like multiple pieces of interaction each turn, right? Because this was only 2 mana for a mana leak, basically. Okay. That's unfortunate. I'm not really sure what to do about that matchup. From what people say on the Discord, they basically say it's the worst matchup, and you don't even bother dedicating sideboard slots to it because it's just so unfavorable that you don't need to, So, but it's like I don't know really what you do. That's not really a great strategy for like a competitive event because you can't just always hope to dodge it. Like I play it round one, so yeah. So maybe I'm what I'm not so sure about is maybe my sideboard guide is or my sideboard isn't where it should be with that matchup. Okay, I am back for round two. Hopefully we can get a win here and play a little better than last game. Okay, so I'm on the play this time. Good to see. We have kind of two of the three parts of our combo. It's gonna be a little painful with mana base with mana confluence. On the other hand, we will be able to go Rapines. We can kind of go with a beatdown plan. I think we keep this. Unknown matchup, but we'll see. And usually I want to wait on playing Darkboar Pathway. Could just start with Mana Confluence, although if I draw a white source, then Mana Confluence isn't great here. But I think we'll start with it. So we might be going with more mid-range game plan with a hand like this. Oh, looks like the mirror. Yep. So I'll probably take a Grizzly Salvage or a Rafines, which is I'm glad I did not mulligan. Does take the Grizzly Salvage. It's fine. We do have Beseiju, which is going to be good here. Take another Darkboar Pathway. So let's just play this, and let's play it as a forest, though, in case we have to use that Beseiju. There's a debate over whether I want to try to discard this Chariot. Let's see what I draw here. Let's just discard Parhelion because I can hardcast Chariot. Okay, we draw a basic Swamp. So I think what we want to do here is we're just going to attack, and I have to hold this up for a turn 3. He might go Grizzly Salvage, so I have to hold up Beseiju for turn 3. So I think we're going to attack first. I do have a Swamp in hand, so I could play this as a forest. Could also play the Swamp, but then he's going to know my other cards in hand. Play this as a forest. More likely I need double Swamp than forest, but we have the Confluence anyway. So, and again, we have to hold up Beseiju here. So next turn we can potentially, because he's probably going to try Salvage, and then, but he doesn't know about the Beseiju, so next turn we can potentially Rafines and then hold up Beseiju some more. Yep. This only saves us one turn, notably, but it's better than nothing. Okay, so he's going to try Salvage again, so that means, I guess that's smart. Maybe he must be looking for a land drop then. He also doesn't yet have anything in the graveyard, so we're going to go with the mid-range beat down plan. There's a Parhelion in the graveyard. Shocks in. Vessel, okay. So he's playing Vanishing Verse, which is interesting. Main deck Vanishing Verse. Huh. Okay. So let's start off with maybe Shock in Godless Shrine, Loot with Rafine. Could argue. We'll see what we get. Could actually cast that next turn to kill his Greasefang, which is not bad at all, actually. So let's discard the Chariot. So now I assume if he plays the Greasefang, see what he tries to do here. Plays the Greasefang, I can Beseiju the Parhelion, and I can hardcast Skystorm next turn. to kill the. So I think we're in an okay spot. We do have a lot of tools for the mirror. I get my scoreboard back up here. We've got Leyline of the Void. We've got Beseiju. We've got Haywire Might. So we have a lot of answers in the mirror match. It's interesting he's main decking Vanishing Verse, though. I don't think I've seen that as much. Exile target monocolored permanent. It's pretty good. Okay, he's going to go Knight of Autumn here. Was he going to gain 4 life or maybe put a counter? Yeah, he's going to gain 4 life. Okay. So now we can try to kill him with Sky Sovereign. He can potentially do a lot of damage to me, though, with... He obviously knows I'm holding up stuff. We go to 16, let him Parhillion me. He'll get 2 tokens out of it, which is pretty bad for me. I think we just have to wait another turn to have 7 mana or 6 mana. I really need a legendary. Oh, well, let's see. Legendary creature. So I could pay 5, crew this to have a legendary creature next turn. I think that's what we're going to have to do. So I think we're going to have to play Courtyard, attack with everything. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. You can trade. I have to hold up this Beseiju. This is close. Maybe I'm not taking the correct line here. Because this is I know he's paying 3 mana trade with Rafine. He's just obviously trying to extend the game. But I have to hold up this Beseiju. Just the risk of him Parhilling me is too high. Okay, he's going to traverse for something. Maybe Greasefang. Yep. My own Greasefang, please. Okay, so let's think about this for a second. I can't play Rafine, right? Because I have to have 1 up for Beseiju, which means I can crew the Sky Sovereign. Isn't great, but I can almost kill him. So let's do this. We've got 5. I'll crew this to have 1 legendary creature and then Beseiju his thing. And if I don't, then we'll see what he does here. Could Vanishing Verse something. My Rafine, and then I guess I'll crew Sky Sovereign. That'd be very bad. Yep, okay. Again, he knows about Beseiju. Okay. That's going to be annoying. But I will trade. See what he does. Well, we just drew 4 straight lands. Just not where we're going to want to be at all. Play land. Yeah, so now he's going to, obviously, if I drew anything useful, again, I think I still had to do that. I knew he has Greasefang hand with Parhilling in the graveyard, so him having the main deck Lily, which I also have, but he just happened to draw it, so. See if he tries to go for it here. Yep. Again, this only buys me 1 turn, notably. Yep. Okay. So I need to draw a creature here to be able to crew my Sky Sovereign to kill his Greasefang and his Lily. So I draw a Greasefang here. I guess I can just get a Parhelion back, so it doesn't matter that much. And I'll just win. Again, he could be holding up some removal. But okay. I think I still played this correctly. He just got the Lily down, and that like made the difference. Yep, another land. Okay, we didn't get there. I'd have to look back. Maybe there were some more optimal plays to make. You know, maybe I was supposed to not keep this hand. Although I think it had good mid range grind power. I'm wondering if I wasn't. Maybe I should have just not been so scared of the Greasefang. No, but see, if I'd done A earlier, he could have just gotten the Parhelion. I basically lose because I can't beat those angel tokens, even if he doesn't kill me that turn. So let's see how I usually board for the mirror. So I'm going to take out the Wither Blooms. And I'm going to take out Scrapwork Mutt. Take out 2 Lilies. Because you don't want to enable discard. And then I'll bring in 1 Might. Wire Might, where are you? Let's bring in 3 Ley Lines. It's pretty straightforward. And then this has 2 Duresses and 1 Beseiju. So we definitely want the Beseiju. Let's get the Ray also. And I guess I have this as Duresses coming in the mirror. I feel like it's a little risky though, but I guess I can discard his loot spells. Maybe I'll just go 1 Duress. Let's try something like this. This is a 1-lander, so let's mulligan this. Sand does nothing, but it has 2 Ley Lines. So, I mean, do we try to risk it? If I don't draw a land my first turn, it's pretty bad. Let's put a Ley Line back. I don't know that mulling to 5 is very good against, in this mirror. So, I do have a salvage. I have a vessel. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to go to 5, though. I figure my hand's going to get destroyed no matter what. Yep. Beatdown plan for both of us. Although my hand's pretty bad. And Mana Confluence isn't great to start out with. Let's hope to draw a land. He kept 7, notably. See if he tries to Thought Seize me. Does not. Thought Seize him, though. Don't have anything else to do. Interesting he didn't Thought Seize me. He probably just thought I had nothing in hand. I could take his Rafines, because that's going to allow him to, like, do stuff, or I take his Thought Seize, so he hasn't, because he's, what is he going to take from me? I don't have anything good. My hand is kind of very average, so I think I'm just taking Rafines. Like, he'll probably take Grizzly Salvage, but again, at some point I have to draw a land. Maybe I was supposed to go to 5. I'm still trying to get a feel for what hands I'm supposed to keep versus send back in this matchup. Okay. We are making progress. Should we crack the vessel or go Grizzly Salvage? Should probably go Grizzly Salvage, huh? You might have to take a land, though. That's the thing. I think we'll Grizzly Salvage in response, so I'll have to take a vessel or a Parhelion. Oh, it's the wrong one. But the problem is we're already so low on life total that, like, this Mana Confluence has really killed us. Oh, that's unfortunate. Actually, I did this poorly, right? I should have just let him thought seize that away, and then I could just crack the vessel. What do I take the Greasefang? He'll take the Greasefang. Do I just take a Godless Shrine? So he has to take a vessel or Parhelion. Take Haywire Might, so he has to take Haywire Might. Man, that was stupid. Yeah, why did I do that? That was probably a misplay. Just take a land. Go ahead, you can take my vessel, Parhelion. My hand's not good. Yeah, that was stupid. I obviously should have. He would have taken Grizzly Salvage. So maybe I got a land out of it. So maybe it's not the worst. But I could have just waited and cracked this vessel. That was probably a smarter play. But he's like, now I'm already at 10 and I have literally nothing going on. Okay, we get the Chariot, but that doesn't help us at this point. Like, we're probably already going to lose because our life total is so low and I haven't applied any pressure. So we're going to have to crack this vessel again. Or at the end of the turn. Yeah, I don't know how I played that. Try to get a 4th land to play a Chariot. I guess Chariot's probably the best card in this situation. Allow me to block the Rafines. Go to 6 to do it, though. See if he just has another Thoughtseize. Okay, let's get another land. Okay, we do a Concealed Courtyard. As much as I'd like the Rafine, I think I need to play the Chariot. It's better here, right? I mean, I guess next turn I could Rafine and then loot away Parhelion and then try to following turn the Chariot. Not very good either, though. If he has a removal spell, I guess I just probably lose. Let's go. I guess we'll Rafine here and hope that we hit a land drop in our draw or our loot. Okay, we do, but it's kind of a useless land, but that's okay. Now we can at least trade with his Rafines unless he drew a Fatal Push. Okay, Greasefang, not that useful here, but more useful in Parhelion for sure. Okay, let's see if he has the removal spell. Notably, he's missed some land drops too. Okay, probably take the Chariot. Yep. We are going to trade this for Fiends. Just too far behind. We can't just not attack him. Might just let it through. Yep. Now we'll be trading this Greasefang for this Rafine if he tries to attack. Let's just do this now. Potentially hit a some useful spell. Get a Boseiju for his Leyline. Attack. I don't want to give him a land right now, so just attack with everything. Yep. Again, I don't want to give him a land drop. Okay, he found his land. Okay. Do I want to get him a 4th land? It's a little dicey, but it could potentially allow me to combo off next turn. But I guess I can do that anyway. Maybe I should do this now. He probably doesn't have any basics left. Oh, never. He can do. Oh, I shocks that in. So does he have a removal spell? And I just like punted. Okay. Thank you. Maybe he has his own Beseiju. Probably what he has, but I'll get the trigger anyway. He's probably got a Beseiju for the ley line. That's the only reason you do that. Or not. Okay. So we can't attack. Okay. It's gonna doesn't have a forest for Beseiju. Maybe find another creature to block. Okay, we got there. Sky Sovereign did it. He stumbled a lot on lands, but so did I. Double A line. I think I like what I have here. Maybe 2 duress. I don't know. I don't know the duress is that. I guess I have it in this matchup. I have it in my sideboard guide. I'm not sure how I feel about it though, bringing it in. Okay, this is a good fair game plan hand. I guess I'm probably supposed to mulligan though, because like I'm on the draw. If he thought seizes me, he takes Rafines, like my hand does nothing. So okay. This hand is much better. I don't have a second land, but maybe I'm supposed to keep this, get rid of Vessel, and then just try to disrupt him enough and hope to draw a land. I have a few draw steps, so okay, it's fine. See if he thought seizes me. Probably takes my thought seize. Does not. So I will thought seize him. Okay, we don't draw a land. It's okay. I'm gonna take the informant. Okay, now we're hoping for a land. Maybe I was, again, we're back in the zone of, am I supposed to keep this hand or not? And plays the Beseiju, interesting. Okay. Guess we're just gonna take everything. I take the Chariot, it goes in his graveyard, so that's not great. Take his Can't Stay Away. So he can't get Rafine back. Okay, I need a land though. Draws a Grizzly Salvage, it's a very good top deck. Really would like a land, please. Okay, we get a land. Let's play a Rafine. Let's do our combo, even though we can't really do it, but we'll do it anyway. It's okay. Playing the fair game plan here. We'll have to traverse for a basic swamp potentially, so okay. Get rid of the Parhelion. Could also potentially traverse for, I guess not Haywire Might, because we can't really traverse much anything. So I'll get the Chariot down. Good. Maybe I was supposed to put the Chariot in the graveyard. Traverse for a swamp and pass. He's going to start ramping his board. Could try Grizzly Salvage. And what would that accomplish, though? Like next turn, I go Chariot. I'm kind of in a bad spot. I guess I could Grizzly Salvage. No, I think I'm supposed to just traverse now for a swamp. I don't know. That this is probably the best card in the matchup, so maybe I was supposed to discard this instead of the Can't Stay Away, but then he would have gotten Rafine back. So I'm not entirely sure. how I was supposed to play this one. I don't. It didn't seem right though. I think maybe I was supposed to discard instead. They can't stay away. Maybe I was supposed to just discard the chariot. Obviously, if he taps decks Greasefang, that's bad for me, but it stops him from casting this on turn 4, which is like very hard for me to beat because I'm behind on a land now. If I had all my lands, then it would be doable, but that's not the world we live in. And I kept a 1-lander, so it is what it is. So, yeah, maybe I was supposed to discard Cherry. I don't know. I guess that feels so bad, though, if he tops decks a Greasefang, but I'm not supposed to play for what he tops decks. I just didn't want him to be able to just can't stay away, like loot, you know. That doesn't seem great, but maybe that's better than just getting Chariot. Gives him some card advantage, though. But now he's going to just, like, he's probably just too far ahead for me. Like, he's a full turn ahead of me because I missed a land drop. So if I played my own Chariot here, then it'd be a different story. But it's just going to be too slow. Yep. I could jump here. I don't think that's correct. Right? I think I just take the 4. I know, we're not in a good spot. At all. We need a land. Show me a land. I guess we're just chumping with Greasefang. See if he just has like a removal spell for Greasefang. Man. Maybe I'm supposed to mulligan to 5. Again, I just feel like maybe I don't know which hands to keep well enough. Should have a Raven Feeblement on Greasefang. Or Fiend's Informant, that's bad for me. Yeah, I mean, he just went really wide, but I could have taken the Chariot. So I feel like maybe in this matchup, I'm just supposed to put the Chariot in the graveyard and just like, if you top deck a Greasefang, good on you. And maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, we're going to trade. So let's see, he's got 2, 4. I guess we just have to do this. I'm just going to lose anyway. Hope for a land for Greasefang, or for the Chariot, for my own Chariot. Okay, what does that change? I can kill the Rafine's Informant plus Grizzly Salvage. Take 6. I guess we have to Grizzly Salvage now, so. Hit a land drop. So we hit the land drop. We also hit a Haywire Might, which I'd love to grab right now, but I can't. So, right, because I don't have lands to play it. I mean, I could play it and gain 2, but is that better than playing Ray? Like, does he have lethal on board right now? Right, so he'll swing in for 6, and I'll gain 2. If I do it this way. But then I'm kind of in the same boat. Like next turn, I could gray and then guarantee I can cast Chariot next turn, but it might be too late. So I think we have to get Haywire Might and then hope. I think this is what we do. And then we just have to hope that I draw a land. I think this is the winning strategy, maybe. I mean, it's so close. Like if he just has another Greasefang, then I just lose, I guess. If he has a Greasefang in hand. She might. I was supposed to hold on to Ray, but then I would take an 8 anyway, and then I would have lost, so. Okay. Oh, I gained 2 life, though. Actually, I'm not dead yet. Oh, yeah, I am. Okay. Yeah, we're just not doing very well this prelim. I think maybe I'm just keeping the wrong hands. I'm really not sure. I just don't feel very confident with the deck. Like, you know, was I supposed to go to 5 against a discard deck? Was I maybe not supposed to keep a 1-lander in a deck like this? It's just too risky, and it basically lost me the game by keeping that 1-lander. So I guess I was just supposed to go to 5 there. Like, it was just too, like, I could thought seize him, but there just wasn't enough. But then again, the second line was maybe that I was supposed to take that chariot. The first one was the informant. The second one was maybe I was supposed to just take the chariot, because obviously I lost a chariot this game. He would have been able to get his informant back with Can't Stay Away, which is kind of annoying, and he would have connived. So that's like kind of card advantage there. So, but on their hand, like, I don't know. I I don't know. You can put in the comments what you think of. Maybe I'm not keeping the right hands. I'm not entirely sure. I've tried to watch what content I could on this deck and then like read what I could. But I just don't feel confident with it right now after these 2 losses. So yeah, let me know, and hopefully we can turn around for round 3. Okay, I am back for round 3. We're on the play this time. Let's hope we can get a win. Okay, this hand has a lot of combo pieces in it. So we'll just have to try to flip something off Witherbloom Command. We do have a Parthenian in hand and no way to discard it at the moment, but I think I'm supposed to keep this with like Greasefang in hand already. Go Blooming Marsh. Pass. Next turn, maybe they'll play a 1-mana creature, and I can Witherbloom Command it. Watery Grave. Pass. Okay, probably control deck. Okay, get Raffine's even better. So now we just have the thing. Of course, they can have interaction, but discard Parthenian, and then we can go for the combo next turn. Depends kind of what they do, though. They just hold up a something, then I might do something else. Yep. Okay, I think we're just supposed to stop Thought Season this time. Do you want to shock this in? Okay. Must have been the removal they were hiding. Okay. Counter target spell, Narset. Okay, I don't care about Narset. Don't care about Shark Typhoon, so we'll just take the Sinister Sabotage. And we probably want to hit another land drop, so we'll just be mana efficient here. See if we can get a land out of this one. Okay, we get a Darkboar Pathway, Mana Confluence, and we take the Darkboar Pathway. We already have 2 Swamp and 2 Forests, so I don't think it matters that much what I play here. So next turn, we can set up 2 potentially Greasefang. Don't quite have lethal, but have very close to lethal. Hopefully they should go Narset here. Okay, because they could have drawn another counter. Which would be very annoying. Top deck another counter would be good. But we have Traverse, so now I'm really just going to jam, I think. See, they just drew another counter. Not how you tap. If they drew another counter, then I'll just jam Traverse because I already have 4 card types. Yep, they drew another Sinister Sabotage. I could Traverse now while they're tapped out. I mean, obviously they can draw, just keep top decking counters. Good on them. Nope. Cool art on the Narset. Yeah, you're going to try Days Undoing me, but it's not going to matter because go green. What do they get? A Fatal Push? Wow. Are you kidding me? So they top deck literally Sinister Sabotage into Fatal Push. Okay. So I guess I was supposed to. Well, now he just has Narset Days Undoing, and I just lose. Like what? What was I supposed to do here? That's crazy. That's literally insane. I can't believe this. All right, that's fine. It's a pretty good hand to have. Pretty good one to draw. But I mean, we're so far behind on card advantage that's not gonna matter. I can't do both, right? All right, we'll just do this, I guess. I mean, that was just. I don't know. What was I supposed to do there? Like I went and thought C's to make sure it was all clear. I did everything. Obviously, yeah, like I'm just gonna lose. He has so much card advantage. So frustrating. Like, was I supposed to play around the top deck counterspell and the top deck fatal push? Right. Okay. So they, dude, what is this shit? Okay, they'll still discard a card. Yep. Okay. Well, that was fun. Um, can't draw another card. Can kill Narset next turn though, but at this point probably doesn't matter because he just has a bunch of non-creature spells. Yeah, I mean he just dunked on me totally, even with disrupting his hand. I could try to play through it, I guess, but I don't know. I'm just like frustrated with this game. Okay, so I guess we're against blue-white control, blue-black control. The Witherblooms seem pretty bad, huh? Boats are maybe not great. Play Narset, but not much else. So I think we definitely want silence for this one. Duress, 2 duresses, 2 silences. Maybe 2 Liliana. I got 1 Liliana here. I don't think Assassin's Trophy's that good. Wonder what they could bring in. I guess Leylines maybe. Maybe like Haywire Might, maybe Beseiju. No, they don't have much to Beseiju though. Hmm. I feel like Assassin's Trophy is probably bad against a control deck, but it can kill like a Narset, but that's probably not the game I want to play. Is 1 Witherbloom command any good? Not really. I guess we'll bring in a trophy, maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm supposed to keep a Sky Sovereign in. We'll keep 1 Sky Sovereign in because of Narset. Yeah, I mean, I guess I was expecting him to top deck 1 counter. I wasn't expecting him to top deck 2 counters. Or, so I don't know if it was correct to try to play it around. Like, I mean, I could have played around it and played like a Chariot, but then like he just lets it resolve. And yeah, I just don't. I think that was right. I mean, I had Greasefang. Maybe I was supposed to wait for my turn to do something like that, but I don't know. I think that was correct. So we have a 1-lander. I don't think I can keep this 1-lander. I'd love to, but okay, this is a similar hand. We do have green this time. So let's keep get rid of Beseiju maybe, or maybe Traverse. Get rid of Beseiju. I guess it's bad if they just go Leyline here. I just feel like an idiot. They went to 6 though. Like if they just have Leyline, then I'll just be sad. We could turn 1 Traverse for a swamp. Or we just do nothing. I think we're just gonna do nothing. So we try to set up for the combo here, but I have to kind of fill my graveyard to do that. So let's get green. I just want to get Rafine on the board to start applying pressure. I'll loot away this Chariot or one of the salvages. Chariot beatdown plan could work. Maybe one of the salvages. They're gonna be hard to resolve anyway. We got one type in the graveyard. Maybe it was correct to keep two salvages. Okay, that's handy. Play at instant speed, beat down. No reason to try to do this now. Potentially can try to get Delirium to set up for something, but I'm in a good spot. I was supposed to upkeep this, but we'll Grizzly salvage anyway. Okay, 2 Parhelions in the graveyard. Let's grab, do we want a second white source? I do have Silence, but I don't want Shock. Play Dark Boar. I think this is correct. So only 3 card types notably in the graveyard. Thoughtseize is a good one. I think that gives me 4 types. Okay, he'll exile Parhelion. Okay. Fatal Push. Okay. He's just going to dump his hand. Consider. Okay. Does he just have lands now? Because the next turn I can just win. Narset and Narset. So we'll take the Fatal Push. Could Ritual Soot me, but it's a sorcery. Traverse. Get Greasefang. Play a Swamp. So I will, in my main phase, play Silence. See what he does. I'm 1 short of lethal, which is a problem. Yep. So he's just going to tap out for it. So I can potentially... See, he did play a land already. So he's going to get Power Word kill. I think I'm fine with that, actually. So I think I'll just play Greasefang, still have Parhelion in the graveyard, kill Narset, get him really low on life, and then I can silence him in his upkeep. In response, he'll have to try to kill my Greasefang. I wonder if it's... No, I think we just get our value right now. So I can do 13 to him, bring him to 4, kill Narset. Do I care about Narset? I guess he goes Days Undoing. I don't really care. I think I just ignore Narset. Maybe this is a mistake because it allowed him to dig for more stuff, but I also think I'm just going to do this. Oh, I only had 1 white source. I tapped wrong for this. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. This is so annoying. I'm such an idiot. Yeah, okay, I'm going to kill Narset then. Let's do, yeah, sorry, I'm just like rusty. I'm just not thinking with this deck. I guess I needed to play Greasefang, so I couldn't do the line of holding up Silence and playing Greasefang. I only have 1 white source. Okay, that's fine. So now he'll probably wipe the board, which is not great for me, but I have Chariot next turn, so maybe not the worst. Is that 8? Yep. Silence does not help me there. Yeah, I guess I should have thought through that line a little more. Okay, Lily is interesting. But I think we just jam Chariot here and then hold up Silence. And then maybe we just silence in his upkeep to try to disrupt his turn. Or maybe we wait for my turn. I think we have to silence in his upkeep because I want to try to keep him from using a sweeper. Hey, this is too early to do this. Let's it go. Thinking he'll cycle a Shark Typhoon here. We'll Thought Seize him anyway. We'll probably Lily him. Okay. He could have one removal spell for the Chariot. Do I just attack for 4 this turn? I think I do. Yep, he did. So we played around that effectively, but so he's got 1 card in hand, and I can beat him down with this cat token unless he just draws another removal spell or something. I think I played this fine. Got 2 cards in hand, so 1 could again be a removal spell. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's not tap like that though. Get a Greasefang. Guess we just jam it, right? Do we have another part? We do have a Parley in the graveyard, so I guess we're just jamming here. Okay. It's pretty good. We'll have him discard his last card. Okay, so maybe I was supposed to... I'm trying to think if I was supposed to sequence that differently. No, I think it was fine. I mean, he's in top deck mode on a 2-turn clock. 2 more turns. Or if I draw a creature, then he's... Another Shark Typhoon. Dude, can you stop top decking the good stuff? Is that what this is? No, March on Lily. Come on, dude. Are you serious? So he's going to gain 4 life from that. Okay. Again, we're hoping he just top decks like useless stuff. That's like good, so good for him. It saved him like 4 turns. Okay. See how many more things he top decks. Okay. Good for me. See if he has another counter. Okay, we'll just keep jamming him. Nope, another counter. Another counter he top decked. Pretty good. Can he just keep top decking straight gas and not a land? Guess we'll find out. Guess he could scry with Castle Vantress at one of these turns if he ever. Okay. It's another very useful card because of can just get another removal spell. So he's, I don't know. I'm kind of tilted honestly from this league. So and you got a Fatal Push, perfect. Vessel, okay. We will use you. Crack you right away. Let's go black. Black. Oh, that's not how we do it. Oh, I do have to use a green source. Okay. Green, black. Wait. Oh, yeah, I tapped too many. Okay. So we need green, black. We bricked. Got a land. Perfect. Can't believe we're going to lose this game. I mean, we could very realistically lose this game. You gonna just Day is Undoing me? Again, if we draw a creature, but I guess we've used up a lot of our Greasefangs and he just keeps countering them. Okay, mutt something. Let's tap a bit more intelligently. Let's go black, green. Right, we want to play this now. We'll have him discard a card. We can't discard a card at the moment. Again, he could have a Day's Undoing in hand. He could try Castle Ventress here. He probably will. Look what he's doing. Well, we're trying to fight through it, but Cling to Dust to gain a bunch of life. Oh, he actually doesn't. He clings to dust, so he doesn't gain any life from that. Cycles a Censor. Top decks more gas. Oh, are we in Hardcast Parhelion mode? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're one short of Hardcast Parhelion. I think I just attack him. So he might just have removal. Or do I attack Narset? Because otherwise, what's he gonna get to do? No, I'm gonna attack him. Another removal spell. No, he's at 2. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 mana short from Parhelion. Another removal spell. Yep, so he'll just keep gaining life like this. Oh, he's trying to exile my Chariots. Why wouldn't he, if he does not want to gain life with a creature? Days Undoing? Meat Hook Massacre. Okay. Okay. Another Vessel. Don't have the right colored mana to escape this. And he's got Negate. This is insane. Again, we're back in this mode where I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to play different. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm gonna still lose this deck with like a very fast start, and it's turn 14, and I'm playing against a control deck. Like, I was so far ahead, but I can't just resolve anything. At some point, he'll just Days Undoing me. And then gain 7 cards, and that's like the game, basically. So I need anything useful. I need to resolve a spell. He's got 1 card in hand. Got to be another counter. Okay, this will we'll jam this now. See if this resolves. Another negate. Cycling Shark Typhoon. Find a Spell Pierce. Yep. Okay. So now he's going to start gaining life. Again, if I get a creature at any point now, but I have no creatures. 19 cards left in the deck. Opponent has 27. And notably, the resurrection spell is not in my graveyard, so I can't cast that, flash that back. Dig through time. Okay. So that's not good for me, obviously. But don't really know what I'm supposed to do about that. Maybe I was supposed to brain ley line in this matchup, but I think it's kind of narrow to hit 1 card. Okay. It's so funny because like I can't crew any of these. So I could try to jam this and he has to use a counter on it, or I could try to flash back the Scrapwork Mutt. I guess we'll just try to flashback Scrapwork Mutt and then discard part. But I have enough mana for Parhelion, so I guess we'll just jam it. But it doesn't do anything, right? Right? And if I can't resolve a creature, it does literally nothing. Does Scrapwork Mutt do anything? It forces him to do something. So maybe it does, but then I have to discard. Is it you may discard a card? Should I discard this Parhelion? Like, what is it doing for me? Nothing. I discard the Parhelion, I guess. I guess we'll do it. Let's go red, green. Dig for something. Can't counter this. Give me something more useful than Parhelion. Seiju, his Meat Hook Massacre. Okay, he's back at 4. I'm trying to think if I'm supposed to. I don't think I'm supposed to besiege you now. I think we'll just wait. Okay. Should I get rid of the Meat Hook Massacre now? Do I really care about this, though? Only if this thing dies. I don't know. I just can besiege you anytime, so. So again, Days Undoing me now. Is this the end? What a game. I mean, I'm about to get decked against Control, and it's turn 16. Unreal. I'm sure he's got a million counters up. So I just besiege him now. There's not much else to do. What else do I need to besiege you? Actually, I'm gonna besiege you the Sanctum right now, because I don't want him to be able to. I know what he's gonna try to do. He's gonna try to obviously lock me out of my draws, so that's why I have to do this. It's not like it matters anyway, though. we've drawn basically everything out of our deck, and somehow maybe did I board out the can't stay away? I don't think I did. It's like somehow not in my graveyard either, which is pretty crazy. Maybe he exiled it. Nope, he didn't. It's just I haven't come across it yet. It's only one of, so. Yep. What did he reveal? I guess he didn't get anything. Days Undoing. Second Narset. Try again. Yeah, he bricked. Okay, I got a March. Sweet. Okay. I guess with the March, he's feeling safe enough to do something. Okay. We'll just, do whatever we can. There's no way this resolves. Oh, now he's in trouble. Yep. Again, I can't crew either of these because... Yep. Yep. I mean, we're going to run out of clock even if we win this game. Yeah, we can't draw more than one card, so I couldn't connive it either. Yeah, I'm just really frustrated now. I mean, like what I don't know what else to do. It's turn 18. I'm gonna literally deck myself. And I really tried everything I possibly could. And I thought I had him. And I did not. Duress. Perfect timing. Just what we want to top deck. Yeah, I mean he's got this is so ridiculous. He's got 4 counters in hand. March maybe gains him life. Sure. So I need a Greasefang that can resolve. Yep. Okay, I mean this game's unwinnable. He's got 3 counters in hand, and I have 14 cards left in my deck. I just have had I don't want to blame just like my luck and my top decking. So I must just not know how to play this deck because that's the only way I can explain an 0-3 result with how I'm playing. And again, I don't feel confident with the deck, so I just don't know what I'm doing. Yep, we just keep trying. He'll keep doing stuff. Can't even draw cards with Narset, so I can never resolve this. I need another Lily, I guess. Maybe I'm out of lilies. Like out of every card in my deck.